What's up, Lincoln? I'm Matthew Leesburg. Today on Lincoln Now, the NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, and more. Find Lincoln Now on Instagram.
Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live with Ava Fabrizio and Grace Miller. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Grace Miller.
And I'm Ava Fabrizio. And welcome to our 100th Lincoln Live show this year. But we have something else to celebrate.
Yeah, you're right, Ava. Almost 1 month ago, the school that I was previously committed to decided to reclassify from Division I to Division III after the 2026-2027 school year.
What are you going to do?
Well, I wanted to take some time out of our show today to announce my commitment to St. Bonaventure University in New York. They are part of the A10 conference, and I can't wait to continue my academic and athletic journey playing softball.
Congratulations, Grace. Speaking of athletic accomplishments, both the boys and girls track teams had a strong weekend of competition.
That's right. The boys competed at the New Albany Invitational and won by 35 points.
And the girls team competed at New Albany as well as the Eastern Relays in Kentucky.
In addition to a lot of PRs and strong efforts, the girls' pole vault school record, which had stood for 11 years, was broken by sophomore Erin Payton with a jump of 11 feet 4 inches.
Here's the record-breaking jump and Erin's reaction to her accomplishment.
It felt really good breaking the school record today. I just feel like it's good that my hard work finally all paid off. My goal has been 11.4 now for a while, so now I'm on to 11.8, and I just can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Congrats, Erin. Each month, the Heart and Pride Award recognizes 2 outstanding staff members who make a profound impact on the students in our district.
And we didn't have to go very far to find this month's recipient, because she works about 8 feet from our TV studio classroom.
Cafeteria worker and breakfast cart superstar Brenda Lindenmayer is this month's Heart and Pride winner.
Brenda has been working at Gahanna Lincoln for 12 years.
And she was nominated by our Lincoln Live class for her positive attitude in greeting every student with a smile and saying, "Have a great day."
Congratulations to Brenda.
Last Thursday, GLHS hosted the Career Expo Fair, where it allowed students who aren't planning on attending a 4-year college and are interested in attending a technical school, the workforce, or even enlisting in the military. There were booths that provided information for students so they could gain more insight on their steps. We spoke with Ms. Biziano for more information.
So this job fair is a little bit different than the summer job fair that we had back in March. This is for those students who think, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to a 4-year college, or for those students who know that they're not going to go to a 4-year college. We do have tech schools here, and we have an aesthetic school here, Aveda, and we also have Columbus State and their various programs here, as well as the military and other businesses. And all of these people here, all these businesses and organizations here, are looking to hire or recruit for students today, for when they graduate from high school.
Dr. Deagle's Superintendent Student Advisory Council participated in Making Gahanna a Tree City. Where the group planted trees in Friendship Park, they planted trees of various species such as tulip and black gum trees. The event was to celebrate Arbor Day coming up, and we spoke to Dr. Deagle for a recap.
We had a wonderful morning that we planned several months ago with Gahanna Parks and Rec, where we traveled to 2 area parks, one with our high school student superintendent advisory and one with our middle school advisory, and we planted several trees, each tree to represent one of our school buildings, including our preschool. I'm just really excited that our Superintendent Advisory Council is taking that next step to giving back to our community. For the first 2 years that we've had the advisory, it's been about learning about our school district and ways that we can improve and modify for our students based on their voice. Now we're taking it to the next step and we're reaching out to our community, and I couldn't be more excited, and I think it's been really value added for our students as well.
Heads up, students, if you're planning to take College Credit Plus classes through Columbus State this fall online or at Columbus State Community College, registration is now open. Make sure you've completed all the application steps ahead of time, and then stop by to see your school counselor to complete your course registration form. Here's Mrs. Monig for more information.
Okay, if you're interested in taking a CCP class online or at Columbus State in the fall, registration is now open. You can stop in and see your school counselor and complete the registration form, but before you do so, make sure that you have followed the registration steps and have applied to Columbus State as a CCP student and have submitted the required GLHS Google form.
Every year, Gahanna-Lincoln hosts the Visual Art Exhibit at Clark Hall.
This show gives artists an opportunity to showcase their talent to a jury of judges.
The event starts tonight and the reception is tomorrow night from 6 to 8.
Why does the art department put on all this effort into a showcase of their students' ability?
Our Matthew Leesburg got the story on why the art show is so important.
Everyone has talents, and everyone deserves recognition for their talent. At Gahanna-Lincoln, the Clark Hall Art Show does just that.
We have the annual Clark Hall Art Show every year to feature work of the students that they've been working on all year long. This year we'll have the portfolio students will have all of their artwork around the hallway, featuring their best work from the years that they've been here at GLHS. And they'll have an artist statement with their work, so it's very exciting to see the culmination of all the time that they've spent here and the efforts that they've expended.
The show gives artists a space to display their work, which comes from inspiration in their everyday lives.
It was created for a Titanic exhibit, so the whole piece was just, in general, supposed to be my interpretation of the sinking of the Titanic. So this whole piece was just based around the fact that, like, well, what if the Titanic was sunk by a sea monster instead of sunk by an iceberg, which I think is a much more fun story to tell artistically.
I just made this. I was at one of my friend's house, and we had a bonfire, and my friend took a picture of it, and it was just like a nice moment, so I wanted to paint it.
First, I didn't know what I was doing. And I saw some scrap pieces of magazines lying around, and I was like, you know what, I can use that for collage. And I started gluing things down, and I was like, you know what, I can use more stuff. So I drew a picture of a fish, and I was like, this is kind of fun.
But the show is so much more than just a display of their work. It is a way for everyone to see their creativity and remember the importance of art in our lives.
It really helps the person be able to know what they're good at. Without the art show, I would not be influenced or be motivated to actually do art. Because this year, if I didn't have an art show, I would be like, oh, I can just do it next month, or I can just do it next week. It gives a deadline to actually do art, and it really helps me out being able to oh, what's going to be good enough for the art show.
I feel like art isn't as appreciated nowadays as it used to be, so it's nice to have art shows so that people can feel appreciated for their creativity and encourage it more.
I think it's really important that we uplift artists, especially nowadays where art is becoming a topic that people seem to be able to write off as just, a career that isn't going to work. I think it's really important that we continually uplift artists who aren't having their work seen or feel discouraged, because, art is expression, it's, creative freedom that people don't get a lot of times in school. So I think it's really important to highlight that and showcase that.
This important event at our school gives artists a place to receive recognition for their hard work and a platform to show their creativity. This is Matthew Leesburg for Lincoln Live.
It's our 100th toss to the reporters, so it should probably be something really good. Take it away, Kendall.
Kendall?
Okay, never mind. Just tell us what you have.
This week is the final field trip for the Global Scholars Program of the year. The Year 3 students will be presenting their take, action project, something they have been working on throughout the school year. The Year 3 students will also be graduating from the program, getting their diploma and graduation cord. Mrs. Alo has some more reminders for this Wednesday.
Reminder to Global Scholars Year 3 students that our Take Action Project Capstone Fair is this week. Make sure you're practicing your presentation, you're ready to dress to impress, but wear comfortable shoes.
Our local library is a place many in our community rely on. There's a possibility that services like children's story times, public computer access, and other community programs could soon be reduced or even eliminated. The reason? Potential cuts in government funding. Our Cole Farbizo has a story on what this could mean for the families in our area.
Listen, what do you hear? Nothing. From books in a quiet place to study, to children's story time and internet access. Libraries offer more than just a place to read. But now, proposed funding cuts in Ohio and across the country could potentially put all of that at risk.
Happening is they will start changing hours which would be a cut probably to those nighttime or weekend hours. They will have to start cutting staff members. So again, you are having less programming and less help when you are at the library. Eventually, if cuts went deep enough, you would start losing some of those online databases as well as actual physical books, and loss of some services such as some of that interlibrary loan program or the ease of access to getting books really quickly.
As a book lover, this goes beyond just losing access to reading materials. For many families, especially those in underserved areas, libraries are a lifeline. So what does this mean for the community?
Without having this library here, I mean, it's really hard for me to stay focused in like louder environments. Like not coming to the library, not having a library kind of like takes away like somewhere quiet, somewhere like to study that I can like, I know where I can focus and I can like do all my work.
If these funding cuts move forward, libraries across the state may have to reduce operating hours, eliminate key programs, and scale back services that serve thousands every day.
I'd like to think that the public understands and appreciates what libraries offer in terms of services to the public, because it's not just books, it's also programming and space and the ability to use the classes that are being offered there.
Library advocates are calling on the public to speak out before it's too late. While libraries may be free, keeping them alive takes investment. This is Cole Farbizo for Lincoln Live.
That's all from me. Sending it back to Ava and Grace at the news desk.
Thanks, Kendall.
Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you today.
See you back on our 101st show.
Bye.